I really hope this video finds the fashion girlies who understand where I'm coming from. Hello everybody and welcome to another new video. If you're not here because of my absolutely iconic viral TikTok that happened last year where I complained about polyester for 3 minutes, I don't know how you found me. That was clearly my shining moment. You might enjoy this video. If you're not here from that, how'd you find me? Genuinely, how'd you find me? But hello, welcome. We're happy to have you. On this channel, we hate polyester, we love clothes, and I talk too much. So today we're going to do a little get ready with me, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about how I am actively removing polyester from my closet. Doesn't sound as exciting as it is, but there is thought, there is reason. That's about it. There's thought and reason behind why I'm doing it. I feel like I've really tapped into my fashion sense and just fashion in general. So, shall we? Anywho, let's start with primer. Oh my gosh, I always wanted to do that. Let's get into it. So I'm not fully removing polyester from my closet because that's just wasteful. Let's be real. I've shopped at my fair share of fast fashion shops and over the past 15 years, it's not like I've been that mindful of what each piece is made out of. So in order to be not wasteful, I'm not removing the products from my closet. I'm not removing the polyester directly from my closet. Those are staying with me until the day that they want to die or I die, okay? I am transitioning polyester out of my closet by slowly but actively not buying anything polyester. So we're keeping what we have to not be wasteful. We're making sure what we're bringing in is not polyester. Let's not keep tally of how often I say closet and polyester. You're gonna get sick of me and I'm so sorry. For my base, I like to use Ilia Beauty in the winter time. It's got a nice glow, it's hydrating, it's got what's it called? Sunscreen in it. For context, if you're not too familiar with fabrics, one, don't know why you would be interested in watching this. You're welcome to be here. I can't imagine this being an interesting topic. I just want to talk about it. But if you're not familiar with polyester, it sucks. According to Google, I pulled this up so that we can have some accurate information because about 50% of my takes on polyester have to do with my own personal preference, and the other 50% is actual probably fact with not a lot of research behind it. Let me just say that. Google says polyester is considered bad primarily because it is made from petroleum, is not biodegradable, and sheds microplastics into the environment during washing, contributing significantly to plastic pollution. It also, on the more personal sense, this is why I don't like polyester that much, before I even knew anything about the fabric, it can irritate skin, and I, one, have eczema, so my skin is quite sensitive to the things I put on it, but two, it just has poor breathability and a tendency to trap moisture. So it's bad for the environment and it's bad for you most of the time. A lot of times when people have sweating issues and they're like, oh my god, I'm struggling over here, got pit stains, polyester. It's trapping it all in. There's no way for it to get out. Now, are there certain situations where polyester is good and you want that sort of fabric in your clothes? Yes. Polyester is not 1000% bad, it's just bad sometimes, most of the time. For the most part, a lot of the brands that we all know and love use polyester. The fast fashion brands, honestly, I feel like most brands are considered fast fashion at this point, but the Zaras, the Aritzias, the Free Peoples, they're all using it. Even Gap, honestly, probably 90% of brands that people shop on a daily basis use polyester. It's not the end of the world, but it's just although some of these brands do use cotton, wool, cashmere in their clothing pieces, it's not, one, at a high amount, or two, they just don't use it at all. So it's very rare to find a 100% cotton t-shirt, which shouldn't be. I'm using the Gulfi Beauty concealer now. This is in the shade Extra Elaichi. This is really great for the brown girls because I do think it has a little bit of a peachy tone. So under my eyes, it's great. Sometimes I feel like it's too peachy for my cheeks, but then when I blend it out, I'm like, I don't even know where I put the concealer. Love this one. all fast fashion brands tend to use cheap polyester for their pieces. There's rarely the good fabrics being used there, and it's absolutely absurd how much they've jacked up their prices recently because it's cheap. It is not fabric that is going to last you forever. They're also just constructing it poorly to begin with, so it's regardless of the the fabrics, like it's just not going to last anyways. And using these cheap fabrics and using cheap polyester, this is what makes so many of the pieces in her closet not last that long. My mother has so many pieces from the 80s, the 90s, that she still wears today. And it's because those are the good fabrics, the cottons, the wools, all of those. And they're lasting for decades. One, she's taking care of her clothes, but two, the fabrics are built to last. And this is why we don't like polyester. The products aren't gonna last, you're not gonna feel good in them, and you're not gonna breathe good in them. We don't want that, right? In this new phase of my life, I'm really loving my closet. We had a bit of a rough patch where I hated every single thing in my closet, so that was a me thing, not a closet thing. But I feel like I've really grown up, really come into my style, and really feel solid in what my style is. But to be honest, I don't think my style has changed since I was about 15 years old. I do have a lot of pieces in my closet that I've had since high school, and I still love them to this day. There were some things that needed adjusting. There were some questionable moments over the past 12, 13 years, but I feel pretty solid in where I'm at with my closet, my style, and how I feel in my clothes. I feel like now, like I've always kind of had the same style and gravitated towards the same pieces, color scheme. I've added in some flair here and there. There's always room for improvement. I'm not saying the clothes I picked up when I was 15 were the best. There are some good ones in there. I feel so much more comfortable and sure of what my style is. And now I also have a salary to support that. So now I'm a lot more interested in investing my time in buying pieces that I love and will love forever and are good quality. Like this, I know that I'm really gonna like this. I feel certain that in 10, 15 years from now, if I still fit in this, I'm still gonna wear it, you know? So it's not like I'm rolling in dough. Like, don't be fooled. I have a salary, but it's not like I'm rich, okay? Let's make that abundantly clear. So I'm not buying the best of the best. I'm not buying the super fancy, super top tier jeans, pieces, whatever it may be. What I can do is buy the stuff that's better than polyester and a great add to my closet. The new barrier that I set up for myself has inadvertently prevented me from shopping more. Does that sometimes make sense? I'm not shopping as much because of this new barrier and my idea towards really focusing on products that I want in my closet. I forgot that I was doing my makeup. Okay, concealer's done. Let's do blush. Use the Live Tinted Hue Glow as like my daily highlighter. So sorry, I forgot that I was doing this. I got distracted. Sometimes I feel like I need like a script and a teleprompter when I'm doing a video like this, because I'm gonna forget if it's not right in front of me. I really like this Hue Glow. It's super hydrating. It's a nice natural glow. Sometimes I'll put a highlighter over it, but I'm just working from home, so it's not like I need anything too crazy. Oh, okay. We were talking about the new barrier I set up for myself. Back on that, I started using the Tarte blushes. This is the shade Enchanted. I don't feel like I'm using the right brush because I feel like it comes on really strong. So bear with me if this looks really bad. I'm so sorry. Like, I only take a little bit, right? So I'm just gonna, like, I've used a cream blush for so long that I kind of forgot how to apply blush. Like, I don't know what it is, but always on my left side, I always feel like it comes on so much stronger. Guys. This side looks fine. This looks like I got a really bad sunburn. So let's see what we can do about that. Okay, I think I fixed that a little. Or did I take it all off? We don't need to dwell on this that much because it's not like I'm going anywhere. And then I always take my little Hoola bronzer and rub this all over my eyeshadows because it's just all over my eyelids because it's just like a nice easy brown. Anywho, back to the polyester talk. I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. In the past year or two, if you've been on this channel, I've been in a self-proclaimed fashion slump. I've kind of like hated my closet, but it's not like a me thing No, not that. It's not a my closet thing, it's a me thing. I like just not feeling comfortable in some of the clothes that I have, just not fit in the way that they used to. It's a me thing. I've been wanting to buy something that sort of like gets me out of that rut, when it's like at the end of the day, it's not the clothes that are putting me in this rut, it's like my own self and how I feel about my own self. But buying pieces that are a long-term investment to, things that I have developed an attachment to. I sound so ridiculous sometimes when I talk about clothes, but I am attached to my pieces. And limiting my options for impulse buying. I'm on a journey to re-fall in love with my closet. This could very well be a terrible video because I can't do the two things at the same time. I can't believe I've already been doing this for 20 minutes. And let me say, it's going pretty well for the past year or so. I've been like excited to get dressed. When previous times, I will admit, hated it so much. Also, I rediscovered my Becca highlighter. She is completely crushed. R.I.P. Nowadays, I am buying and spending my time finding those like individual pieces that I really want to add to my closet and invest in, versus buying like 5 or 6 pieces for the same amount, and I'm not like obsessed, but they're like cute for the moment. I'm like putting a lot more thought into whether or not this piece is going to stay with me. Do I like it because it's cute and I see it everywhere, or do I like it because I actually like the piece? That is like the big thing that I've changed in my habits when it comes to shopping. Don't get me wrong, I have been quite impulsive still. I'm being a little bit more impulsive on pieces that matter versus pieces that don't matter. I'm gonna put the Gizu little, what is this? It's their lip oil. I think it's watermelon flavored. I love it. It's got a perfect little sheen. That's my look. Do we approve? Anywho, as much of a shopaholic that I am and find that like my hobby is fashion, just like using that as a creative outlet and expressing myself and like having fun with it, I like this barrier that I've kind of put on myself, because as much as I say I hate this word, I kind of use it often, but I'm very intentional about the pieces that are coming into my closet now. Everything that is in my closet right now, give or take a few, I could probably do the closet clean out. Every piece in my closet I wear over and over again, or at least I'm trying to. And I'm getting creative with the different ways that I wear them, which I think has also helped me, because there's so many pieces that have lived in my closet for years that I either wear one way or I just haven't worn because I haven't figured out the right way. And kind of limiting myself and being like, you gotta work what you gotta work with, I'm finding it a lot more fun. I really hope this video finds the fashion girlies who understand where I'm coming from, because I sound so serious and a little ridiculous, like I will fully admit, talking about fashion this way, but when it's your hobby and it's something that you're so interested in and you just love so much, this is just how I feel. Just because my closet is where it is right now doesn't mean that it's perfect. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna buy things in the future. But I like what I've got right now, and I'm patient with making additions to the closet because we hate polyester. And being in this world of overconsumption, and especially in the fashion space, you see this so much, especially like from influencers, and this is no hate to influencers, I get it's your job. Everyone is jumping on the next big trend and they're just buying what's new, what's cute for that moment. This has been like a fun sort of challenge for me to think, do I like it because it's cute, it's trendy, it's everywhere on TikTok, or do I like it because I'm actually gonna wear it for years on years on years? And I really started that when I bought my first luxury item, which was my Gucci pink sandals. They were everywhere. And I thought about it for weeks. Do I want these? They were 350 bucks, which sounds so ridiculous for a pair of sandals, but I really loved them. And I thought about it for weeks. And I was polling people on Instagram over and over again, and everyone was telling me, you're never gonna wear them again. They're just cute and trendy right now. And then I didn't listen to them. And I bought them. And it's been, what, 3 years, and I'm still obsessed with those. Those are the only shoes I wear over the summer. I love them, and that was me really thinking, like, do I like it just because I'm seeing them everywhere and they're cute, or do I actually see myself wearing them? I actually saw myself wearing them. Back to the fabric talk, because I feel like we kind of went on a tangent of, like, my closet, but the fabrics that I'm really prioritizing are cotton, wool, linen, leather, cashmere. I think it's just those 5. Those are the main 5 that I am prioritizing. Like, it's tough just shopping with those 5 fabrics because it's not like I'm rolling in money, like I said, And a lot of times if you're looking for like 100% cotton shirt or 100% linen or, oh, silk as well, or 100% silk, like it can be expensive. It can be upwards of $100 a piece, and that's just not always in my budget to do. So for example, I did buy satin pants made out of polyester for $23 because I don't have the $150 right now to spend on real silk pants, and I really want them. Am I invalidating everything I've just said for the past 30 minutes? Maybe, but whatever. You know, we're not a purist here. We're a work in progress. But I will say, when I'm buying my denim, when I'm buying my dresses, and when I'm buying my sweaters, that is really the 3 areas that I really truly try and stay true to myself the most and really put a lot more effort into not buying polyester, especially in the sweater department. Like, wool and cashmere are so much better than a cheap polyester sweater. 1, it's not going to fall apart, and 2, it's going to keep you so warm. So I'm not buying a sweater if it's not made of any of that, and I know that can be expensive, but I would rather honestly buy slightly more expensive sweaters, hopefully on sale Black Friday, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, than buy like a cheap $20 sweater. Like, it's never gonna hit the same. I don't know how else to say it. And I will say, the state of the world that we're in right now when it comes to fashion, it is tough to find 100% wool sweater, 100% cotton tee, 100% silk. Like, a lot of these are silk blends, linen blends, wool blends, whatever it may be. The priority is to actually keep the polyester content below 25%, which I think is pretty doable, maybe 30% if we need to. I don't remember all the numbers for a lot of these pieces, but I say between 25 to 30%. So if it's 65% wool and 35% polyester, I'll buy it, because the big majority and a good like 2/3 of it is not that cheap fabric. And again, who knows, that polyester could be there for the structure of the piece, you know? With it being in the structure of the piece, that goes to say that like polyester is bad, but it's not the absolute worst thing in the face of the earth. Sometimes it's there for a reason. Most of the times it's not. I'm looking at you, Zara. I'm looking at you, Forever 21. I'm looking at you, fast fashion. Overall, my goal is to love my closet forever. Slowly change my spending and fashion habits. And in some way, I think, or I guess, I might be helping the environment. That is a big question mark, because I'll admit I'm not 100% honed in on the impact of the fashion world on the environment. I just know that it's not great. Like, clothing that ends up in the landfills takes hundreds of years to deteriorate. They release some sort of toxins into the air, I believe. It takes a lot of water and energy to create even just like 100% cotton shirt. It's not even like polyester is the only bad contributor, like also cotton. I don't know the full complexities, but I'm pretty sure that's how fashion impacts the world. So by consuming less, I could be helping the environment, helping my wallet as well, and creating clothes that I love. So it's a win-win-win situation, really. Anyways, I really hope that this video makes any sense whatsoever. I really was bad at the whole multitasking thing, but that's just a look into why I am removing polyester from my closet, how I'm removing it from my closet, and how my fashion habits are going to be changing. They have sort of already changed in the past few, probably in like the past year or so, but like now I'm a lot more like proactive with it and really thinking about it, and not just like out of necessity am I not buying this. I hope I can encourage you to limit the polyester that you are buying. I will include a list of brands in the comments below, in the description below, that I recommend shopping from that aren't too crazy of a price, but I also get like some of these just aren't in your budget, and it's like you gotta do what you gotta do. Right now I'm comfortably in a budget where I can be a little bit more particular and invest in some pieces more, but it's not like I'm spending $300 on a piece. Like $120 max, and that's not every day. That's once every couple months or once a year, okay? Thank you so much for watching. This is the first video on my new camera, so we are apologizing for sound, audio, and me staring at myself in the viewfinder the whole time. So sorry, I promise to be better. Girl Scouts promise.